tall guy. Thank you, Richard. Now I will distract you again with irrelevance. I was thinking this is not going to work, and now I'm doing it, and it is not working. But, alright, you can just pretend that this is an ad break. Okay? I think I'm right. I'm not pandering, but I do think this whole, the American debt ceiling problem happened because they had to bail out the banks. And the reason they had to bail out the banks, or chose to, is because they didn't regulate the banks. And they let these people come up with science fiction derivatives that were a complete invention. And then, 6 months after they got bailed out, they gave themselves bonuses.
That's capitalism.
And how can America have a problem? I'll tell you, America shouldn't have a money problem. They would definitely not have a money problem if they taxed weapons manufacturers. Hilarious. So I don't know, what sort of country do we want? I want a country where refugees are treated the way penguins are. And I think one of the things that sums it up is this whole thing, iPads at Orewa College. It's often in the news, if anything starts with the word Orewa, it's going to be terrible, isn't it? You just know. You just know. It started with Orewa, it's going to be stupid. Why do they need iPads? I mean, seriously, are we concerned that in the future, kids aren't going to be good enough at Angry Birds? Is that what we need? You know, in my day, PlayStation was playing at the station. Wii was not something you did in the living room. Xbox was a box that something came in, an Xbox. I just want to finish on I guess a personal note, because I always feel like it's my responsibility to mention this, that race never seems to go away. I did an event for a government department I'd never even heard of. Ethnic affairs. Go figure. It exists. Who knew? And the audience was very much not like this. The audience was very ethnic. They were like, if the audience had been on TV, they would be on Sunday at 7 AM. That was the, I was at this thing and I was looking at the audience thinking, wow, I'm really screwed getting a taxi after this. But if I fall over and need a doctor, I'll be fine. I was at the airport, and I actually am a member of a union that'll come out. I was at the airport watching the news. This is going to bum you out a little bit. The tsunami. I was watching the coverage of the tsunami. I was just at the airport waiting to get on a plane, and then a guy, you know the coverage, that sort of, is that a car? Is that a building? It was like ridiculous. And then a white guy came up to me and says, Is your family okay? Reached out to me. I mean, his heart was in the right place. And I'm thinking, I don't think that's Masterton. But he was reaching out. That is what that situation does. He was reaching out. And it's not like Chinese people and Japanese people. We are cousins, right? Obviously cousins who bomb and rape each other, but cousins. Not necessarily a family reunion you want to go to. But race never seems to go. So I'm a member of a union. Did I mention this? And I went to a union meeting about The Hobbit. And let me paint to you what this union meeting is like. It's like the most gung-ho people from Spartacus getting to the front and giving these speeches. We will fight them all the way until we get, whatever. It was like, and I was like hiding at the back because I was thinking, oh, I don't want to offend Peter Jackson. No, seriously, this is what I did. I was like, so the union meeting's going nuts, like Braveheart, and I'm like, anyone need a coffee? I'll get a coffee. Are you okay? I'll get you some water. I was like, so I'm afraid, as if I was ever going to get a role in The Hobbit. How racist is Middle Earth? If you're not white, you're an orc. Their idea of races is elves, Rohan, humans, hobbits. They're not races, they're heights of white people. The only way I would get a role in The Hobbit is if suddenly there's a greengrocer in Hobbiton telling Frodo that they need vitamins for this very long walk. It'll be Mr. Frodo. You must eat your vegetable. You must eat. You walk long way, little leg, big feet. You must walk. I get a good deal on the vegetable. I don't think that's in it. All right. Well. Ladies and gentlemen, the other National Secretary of the PSA, go crazy, Brenda